Hi, this is Suzanne Wachtel. Welcome back to Living Your Best Life. And today I really was thinking about how negative talk, gossip, shit talking people, situations, events, world affairs, family members, friends, relatives, coworkers, etc., your children, someone else's children, is so negative and it's such a bad, bad habit. Um, you know, when we talk poorly, perhaps about, our spouses, our partners, our girlfriends or boyfriends, our children, it's really a reflection back on us, and it's not a good feeling. So when you speak negatively, putting somebody down, gossiping with a friend, and thinking that it's even casual or innocent, it actually leaves you with bad energy. So karmically, when you're talking badly about other people, no matter who they are, it's like a mirror reflecting badly on you. It leaves you feeling negative, a little bit down, definitely not uplifted. In the moment, I feel like when you do that, it is a bit empowering. You feel like you're connecting with somebody else on a level of comparing notes, perhaps telling a story, perhaps you feel that you want to be validated, perhaps you feel somewhat of a victim and you want to be a victor. But I will say that when you do that, it really brings you down. And the other day I was driving to work, and often I listen to Joel Osteen. I know I'm Jewish, but I love him. It doesn't matter to me. And his stories are so uplifting. And his talk the other day was all about that when you put down your husband, your wife, your partner, um, it really puts you down. It really is a very bad habit, and it's not helpful to feel better. It's considered maybe venting, but basically it's gossiping. It's telling somebody else something negative about somebody close to you. And in a way, it's reflecting negatively about you yourself. So what we really need to do instead of bad mouthing, gossiping, shit talking, whatever you may call it, venting, is to find things about the people that challenge us in our lives, the people that wear us thin, the people that are not easy energy to deal with, the people that challenge our patience, challenge our values. We need to really breathe and think about what is good about them. What are some things you can think about in their direction that are positive, that are uplifting, that are a compliment? Because when you lift somebody up who is negative or who is giving you a hard time or who is really creating dilemmas for you, when you think about what is good about them, when you try to lift them up, by thinking well of them, by speaking well of them, by complimenting them directly, by good job, by wow, that was amazing, by finding the things that they do or say that are positive, that may change the whole direction of the negative behavior. For example, even a child, right? When they're acting out and being naughty, or getting on your nerves or whining, your first inclination may be to reprimand them or to complain to a friend about how difficult they are. But yet, if you think about the wonderful qualities they have, if you try to redirect them in a positive way, if you remove yourself and take a time out and think some positive thoughts yourself, you can come back to the situation, to the relationship with a more positive angle, a more positive attitude, and you will start to notice that that's reflected back to you. And everything kind of becomes a better flow energetically. Um, when you do that with a child, right? They're not listening, they're behaving poorly, and you redirect them in a positive way, and you say, "Come here. I know you paint so beautifully. Let's do something together." And now they're behaving well. They're not nagging. They're not listening anymore. Now their mind is in a positive direction, and they're creating something perhaps beautiful, and it's just changed the whole atmosphere and the whole feeling in the room. So the moral of the story is, when you are inclined, which is human nature, to complain and really speak poorly of other people, no matter who they are, and at that moment you think it will help you feel better, it may temporarily, but then it will boomerang back, where you won't feel so uplifted. So it's much more important to really take a time out, take 4 or 5 or 6 breaths, perhaps take a little walk, remove yourself, and think about, instead of complaining, what can you say or do that will make you feel better about the person, the situation. And when you do that, don't be surprised if that situation will change, turn around in a more positive direction, where you end up enjoying their company perhaps, or finding pleasure in the interaction. Now, obviously there are people that are very toxic, and once you recognize, and we have many of these podcasts about discovering and identifying toxic people, the idea is not to engage or complain about them, but to really identify, notice, and when you can, remove yourself. When you can, avoid. When you can, don't engage. And then you're not contaminated by that toxic energy. So please remember to stop talking negatively about others. It's gossip. It's a bad habit. It doesn't help, and it only brings you down. So, on that note, you're all beautiful, you're all wonderful, you're all smart, you're all talented, you're all terrific energy. And when you feel good about yourself and you look in the mirror and you tell yourself, "Good job, I'm amazing, I'm wonderful," you feel better about yourself. So, please take note of this, and perhaps it hit a chord, but have a beautiful day, and namaste.